Welcome along to the special edition podcast that we've been teasing about for weeks now, where me, Dan, Reese, and Danny decided midpoint in a podcast recording that while we were taking a stab at fixing most things in F1, why not take a stab at fixing the calendar once and for all? Because why can't three random podcasters, fans, and lovers of most things motorsport fix clear issues a lot of us feel need addressing and create a better racing calendar? Now, just bear in mind that this was recorded before the release of the 2024 calendar. So, how about we see how close we got, how well we did, and why don't you guys comment on our Insta, Facebook, and all of our other socials and tell us what you would change or what you would do, and let's see if we can get closer to a better calendar than what we did or what the FIA released for the 2024 season. So, without further delay, let's get right into Reese kicking off the subject with me and Danny, and let's see where this goes.
Let's revisit the calendar though, because we're saying about all these tracks we bring in and add. And if you look at this year's calendar, without even having turned a wheel at some of these tracks, we will decide, should these tracks be on the calendar or should they be binned?
Okay.
All right. So we start the season, Bahrain, Sakir. I like Sakir, but I don't like Bahrain because of course, human rights issues you have out in the Middle East. For me, the track is entertaining. It can provide good racing. Personally, I feel like every few years they should mix it up though and do the Squoval.
That's not a bad shout, actually, to be fair.
It can get too samey sometimes.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're obviously putting up so much money, aren't they, to have these races out there. If it was purely my decision, I would get rid of Sakir, I would get rid of Bahrain, and I'd get rid of Saudi Arabia. Just purely because of the issues and stuff out there. We're done with that.
So, Danny, casting vote then? Bahrain, does it stay or go?
Stay.
Bahrain stays.
It's a world-class track. It's a great track.
It is in terms of drivers. Saudi Arabia.
Cut him.
Yep, get rid of it. I mean, Bahrain, you can see they had their issues. And the thing is, of course, when the race was cancelled in Bahrain, they tried to put it on the Crown Prince that it's not safe. And that was during the beginning of the Arab Spring.
Yeah.
And I felt like, the Crown Prince of Bahrain, he's a big fan of Formula One. And I feel like, if he wants a race, give him a race. But Saudi Arabia, screw him. Here's a street track with no pre-existing streets, built completely from scratch. I mean, yeah, for me, gone. For you guys, gone.
If the track was at a different location, if it's based off of human rights issues, then a lot of these tracks, even the United States, would have issues. But if you were to put the Jeddah track in another location, it'd be a really fun track to mess around in. High speed tracks, close walls. It's pretty exhilarating.
See, for me, Jeddah, if you picked it up and you put it in the middle of the English countryside, I go, yeah, it's a great track, but I don't like the walls. I feel like the walls are just creating artificial danger. And if you just stuck, some gravel traps around it, I go, yeah, good track. Why not? I like the bank corner, but yeah, that's all I pretty much like about it. I don't like the walls. I just feel like it's all very, it's like we're going to build the track with the most corners, loads of blind corners, loads of walls. Let's make it a street track, but let's not have any existing streets. And I'm just like, just jog on.
Yeah.
Go away. Saudi's gone. Australia, Albert Park. I love the new layout. I'm a big fan. I know it's not always the greatest for, on-track entertainment, but I can let that go for the crazy Australian fan base and the fact that it's got it's different and it brings something unique about it, and that's why I'd keep it.
Yeah, I agree. Australia has some of the best fans. Sound like Lewis now, but they really do have. It is an amazing place to start the season. When it was there, now obviously it's the third race, but it would be great to have the race back in Adelaide, have the fans out on the street next to the track. That'd be insane if Australia had another street track. Albert Park is considered a street track, but
it is a street track.
Yeah, and It's up to a type.
Yeah, I absolutely love Australia. I reckon
Yeah.
it should go back to being a season opener. I used to look forward to it, like, yes, it's Australia. Because out in Australia, they'll race anything. They don't care what it is. Like, if it's got an engine and it's got wheels, we can race it. They just don't care. Little
Bionic
bit mad.
ostriches.
Bionic, yeah, get some of those, Danny. We'll have a Google in a minute. Apart from there, it was in Australia that they were climbing the fences, wasn't it?
The security was an issue last year,
Yeah.
yes, but
Apart from that issue, once they curb that, I think they'll be right. Yeah, like with the new layout as well, they've updated it, so they've made it different. So they are trying to keep everyone engaged and entertained. So yeah, definitely a stay for me.
yeah, we can all agree on that. And whilst we say that the biggest issue that we have in Australia is people climbing the fences, let's not forget that we've been to Saudi Arabia. Some might say, oh, it has no security issues. Well, then I say, do you not remember when there was a literal missile attack in view of the circuit? Azerbaijan is next. Baku. Does it stay or does it go?
Honestly, no. It goes for me. It can take that long ass straight for no reason. Goodbye, Baku. Well done.
Just take your long ass, no reason straight and get on. For me, there's certain parts I like of the circuit, and there's certain parts I absolutely hate. But if we were obviously had to make a final decision, then yeah, it'd go for me as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think the thing with Baku is you get a good race, but you only get a good race there when chaos happens. And if you have a normal race where everyone finishes, it just, yeah, you don't gain anything from it. 2016 and last time out, terrible races. A lot, of course, we had the race with Break Magic, and everyone goes, "Oh, yeah, that was a good race," but no, it was absolutely terrible for around 50 odd laps until you had Verstappen's puncture, and I mean, you had the Stroll incident as well. It doesn't do anything for me. It's once again artificial, and whilst I like the castle section, I like that it's a little bit quirky in that sense. That's all. Yeah, the rest can go. Miami, go, gone, bin it, hate it. Everything wrong with F1 these days. It's a race in a car park. Might as well go back to Caesar's Palace.
Savage. But yeah, it's shit. Let's go.
It's like tacky American.
Yeah, even the American says it's tacky. Miami,
Tacky.
welcome to Miami. Bye bye Miami.
Yeah.
Imola stays
Stays.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
So much history. I know it's narrow. I know there's not much going on with it in terms of like track action, but for me, you've got to go there. It's rich with F1 history. The Tifosi show up. I mean, it's just such an iconic track.
Yeah. Throughout the years, you could think of fantastic moments. Obviously, Alonso, Michael, Prost, Senna there as well. You can go back to Villeneuve and Pironi had their battles there in Imola in the early 80s as well. It's great track.
And of course, Imola has its tragedies associated with it because you mentioned Senna, but I feel like it's important that F1 pays, homage to those moments because we see with modern Imola how far safety in F1 has come, and I think it's a really important track to have on the calendar.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just hope it doesn't cost too much to fix all of the damage that has been done with these floods and stuff because it's like really bad out there, isn't it? Like halfway up Arctic lorries and houses fucking deep. It's crazy.
Well, if you need money, how about our next track, Monaco?
See ya. Bye, Felicia. Nope. Fucking hate it.
Tell me how you really feel.
That's it. In case you're wondering how I felt about Monaco.
See, I would want to keep it just for qualifying day, and I just hope that in future the cars are smaller and we can get some half decent racing there again, maybe.
Mate, you wouldn't even get half decent racing there if we use fucking remote control cars, bro.
Mate, I'm going to say this now. You're going to hate me for it, but Formula E, they do good racing there.
Next track.
Danny, your verdict on Monaco, does it stay or does it go? Casting vote.
Okay, I was shaking my head earlier, and I'm going to keep it. If you want to talk about history, prestige, just like Imola, Monaco has it as well. And it has it in Groves, so Monaco stays.
Monaco stays.
Sorry.
Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya.
Stays.
Stays.
But I would like the security to be nicer, please. Just if we could be more like less gun outy. That would be great.
Yeah, I know. God, imagine trespassing and not people not being nice to you about it.
Not trespassing, exploring. Hey, Dora does it all the time, bro. You're trying to tell me I can't get involved in that? Maybe because I didn't have a purple backpack. That was it.
You didn't have a monkey going around you wearing
Yeah.
boots. That's your problems.
I feel like my whole life could be sorted out with a monkey and boots and a talking
See, if you were Dora, you probably could have talked your way out of it though, because she can speak Spanish, unlike you.
Google helped me out. I did translate. It's good.
So,
yeah.
Barcelona stays.
Barca stays.
Just the security doesn't. Canada
Stays.
It's another one that I'm torn on.
I know the racing's not great, is it though? A lot of the time, but
I don't know. I just feel like they should have the US races close to Canada. Hop to the US, do 2 races, go Canada, then come back. It'll be fine. Little 3-week break, easy. If memory serves me right, we discussed this in one of our earlier podcasts, either last year or year before. Isn't it where it is in the calendar because of the weather and stuff? Yeah. So
yeah. It would work potentially with Miami. You could almost pair it with Miami. You move one a little bit earlier, one a bit later, but Miami's gone. So to us, that doesn't matter. Austria, Red Bull Ring, love it. I like that effort was put in to restore a classic F1 track, and you get good racing there. You've got, you get a variety of weather. You don't know if it's going to be wet or dry. You don't know what you're going to get 2 weeks in advance of the race. And granted that they usually put it on the calendar just so Verstappen can win an extra race. It's I would keep Austria.
Yeah,
I like it, but is there any need for as many straights as they have?
It's a classic track, mate.
It actually works. I think
it works.
But let's just have 5 massive long straights and then whack a couple of corners, just putting it all together.
So did you not like Squoval? Did you not like the Squoval?
I don't know. It's when was it built? Like 1960, 70, something like that, wasn't it? Like originally?
Way back.
It's way back. It's an old track.
Yeah.
It's actually an old strike ring. Had a different layout. It was longer, more hilly, more undulation.
I'm 50-50 on that one, to be fair. So, but to be fair, considering we've taken a lot of tracks off, we better keep that one so we can actually go racing.
I'll bring it back, but it has to be called the A1 ring.
A1 ring. Get rid of the sponsorship.
No, let's call it Monster Ring, just to really piss off Red Bull.
Funny. Great Britain, Silverstone stays, but with one change. Knock down that stupid luxury housing complex and give back the area at Magnets and Beckett's back to general admission viewers. They've got rid of a huge GA section of Silverstone to build some houses to sell to the ridiculously rich, and it's everything. I know that Silverstone might need the financial boosting, but come on, there had to have been a better way of doing it than what they've done there.
But wasn't that the money that they used to secure the Grand Prix for the next, was it 10 years or 5 years or something, whatever they secured it for? I'm pretty sure that was part of the funding that went into
some property developer has gone, look, we'll build some houses here. Great, let's get rid of one of the best GA sections in the F1 calendar to put some houses up.
Okay, but right, if you had the money, would you get one there? You would.
If I had the money, I would, yeah. And then I'd invite people out and get them to. I'd invite people who had GA tickets in to come and watch it from the balcony, so they can experience the race how they would have been able to 2 years ago before someone got greedy.
So, to sum it up, Reese is a pissed off poor person because he can't afford a really expensive house.
Sorry, Dan, would you?
Huh?
Would you buy it?
Fuck yeah. I'd buy 2
what
or
I'd
3.
do? I'd buy the entire complex and tear it to the ground.
Wait, that's on some next level investment, that is. Your broker would love you.
Tear it all to the ground. Brewster's millions the shit out of it. Hungary.
Stays.
I agree. It's a narrow track, but it just seems to have a section that just lends itself to brilliant racing.
It does give it, though. Every year they predict, it's going to be a boring track, but it always comes through. Hungary always comes through.
That run from turn 1 all the way down to turn 4 is a brilliant section for wheel-to-wheel racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, I love, like, is it turn? You got the massive one from turn 5, then you got the little like chicane thing in 5 and 6, and then it's just like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like, I love that. I do. I love.
Change the direction. Yeah.
Yeah, just
It's
like, but it reminds me of slightly a bit in the what's the US track where they do that, like on the
Coda.
Yeah, no. It's one that's on the calendar already. Is Coda on the calendar already? I'm sounding completely special right now. It's the one where they start on the pit straight. It's like uphill, and then they hang the left.
Yeah, Texas. Yeah, Coda.
Yeah, and then they go left, right, and then it's like left, right, like, and then yeah. Reminds me of that so much.
Mm-hmm.
Spa-Francorchamps
stays.
Yeah.
And maybe make it the championship decider.
You'd have to really mess with the calendar there. Could you imagine racing in November in Spa?
Depends how many races we have.
Well, let's see. Next up, Netherlands, Zandvoort. I wish when they redid it, they made it wider. But other than that, I really like it. I think it's a fantastic track. I know that we have our issues with Verstappen and the fact he's a bit of an arsehole. But at the same time, the Orange Army, when they're not, molesting women and abusing for fans of other drivers, they do bring something. And, keep them at Zandvoort and then, stop the rest of the pyro everywhere else. I get you can probably do it at Red Bull. But why the fuck has Vegas got a Max Verstappen grandstand?
No reason.
Money, mate. Red Bull,
exactly.
Innit? American company. No.
Exactly.
They are an American company, aren't they?
Hey, Red Bull, they're Austrian.
Austrian company, so yeah. But no. The only thing that pisses me off with this track is when they have all them bloody orange smoke bomb things and you can't see shit. Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, like, if I wanted to smoke out that much, I'd have gone and bought it myself. It's ridiculous.
You're going to start setting flares off in your own living room.
Hey, I've done worse things in my living room, bro. Like, it's good.
Lighting up saying else.
No. None of that shit. But no. So that one's a keep. Was that even a unanimous one? God damn.
Oh, I reckon Zandvoort, Danny, that a unanimous keeper?
Yeah, I keep it.
All right, we'll go for another unanimous keeper. Theatre of Speed, Monza, or Templar Speed. Is Theatre of Speed or Templar Speed?
Or Cathedral of Speed.
It's an architectural masterpiece. It stays. Monza stays, right? There's no.
Like, I do like Monza because it is a really good track. But again, it's just straight, little bit of a corner, straight. Like, just, I don't know. It's just.
Once again, I raised the argument of Bahrain Smoke.
Get a new argument, man. It's like fighting with my girlfriend, bro.
Sorry, bro.
Always bringing up old shit.
He's got a girlfriend now. He's got a girlfriend.
Okay, 16. Singapore, you first.
I love Singapore. The only bit I don't like about the track is that the little corner that goes underneath, like that little S kind of thing underneath the bridge. I don't like that section.
It's a bit hard to get rid of a bridge, though.
Yeah, mate. But they got F1 money, bro. If we can get rid of anything, let's get rid of that bridge.
I'm just glad they got rid of the Singapore sling.
Yeah.
Singapore, Danny, where do you stand on Singapore?
I'll get rid of it. I feel like we already have. We have Monaco. We have. What else? Yeah, I took out all the street tracks. I've taken out Jeddah.
We took out Jeddah. We took
Baku.
Kept Monaco. We kept Canada.
Kept Australia.
I'm gonna call casting vote anyway on this one. I'm saying Singapore stays. Suzuka, Danny.
Oh, it definitely stays. Definitely stays.
Some of the best fans in F1.
Yeah, definitely stays. My favorite thing they did a couple years ago was when they put speakers throughout the track, and they had they were playing Senna's pole lap from like 1989 or 1990 on the speakers, and they had the speaker line up throughout the whole track, so wherever Senna passed, you heard audio from that speaker, and it sounded like him running, still driving that track, which is amazing.
That's cool. Dan?
Yeah. I love that final when you come out of that final corner. It's that massive stretch, sweeping up to like the left, all the way down to that first corner. Like, yeah, love
Oh,
it.
Dan, you're just like a straight corner, straight
It's not
corner,
no.
straight.
That is
I don't like Red Bull Ring, but
no, but that is an epic, just wisping straight. Like the
The
amount
whole
of
track's epic.
yeah, but like for me, I love I don't know. There's so many races that I've watched that it's been like that shot where the helicopter goes over, just that whole straight, like it's amazing.
Yeah. Coming out of Spoon Turn, 130 yards down to the Casio Triangle. Yeah, I know what you mean.
That definitely a stay for me.
Great
100%
moments was
so.
Alonso going outside on Schumacher in 2005, right? Kimi winning that race.
Dipping down on the apron a little bit, like just, yeah, right by the pits. Love it.
Oh, don't forget that 2003. Yeah, it was 2003, wasn't it? Kimi with the drive from 17th to 1st. 2005, that's it, yeah. Cracking race.
Yeah, 2005.
Best track on the calendar. I won't have it any other way.
Yeah, you can go to not to continue on this track so much, but you can go to any part of that track, and there are great moments on it. Vettel, when he was trying to make his drive back after losing it at the Spoon Turn, before the Spoon Turn, after the hairpin, he was passing people. That was his place to pass. The hairpin, I think Max had a great moment against Vettel in there, 2019. The Degner curves are sick. Can catch drivers out.
Is there there is not a part of that track that you just think, all right, you're only allowed to drive 3 corners of any track, and it's going to be 3 random corners that are allocated, you're not going to choose them. You'd say Suzuka every time because you just know you'll enjoy those 3 corners, whatever they are.
Oh, yeah.
Qatar, don't care. I know I enjoyed the race when it was out there in the COVID year. Or not COVID year, the 2021. As much as I enjoyed the Qatar race, I thought it was more entertaining than I thought it would be. Screw Qatar.
Yeah.
Honestly. Nah. Just
Yeah.
wrong country. Once again, pick the track up, put it in the English countryside. Yes, great track. I'd happily go, say, race there a lot. But where it is, jog on.
Yeah. It's not built for cars. That track is not optimized for
it works.
Autos. It works, yeah, but it's a bike track.
Right. USA, Kota. Stay or go?
Definitely a stay. I
got
like
this hat in Coda.
I do like that track.
I love Kota. I think it's brilliant. It's the time where Tilker has got it right with like a recent new track.
A few moments later.
Okay, I'm back.
Danny's put on the Kota hat. We're just saying that between Dan and I, we both agree that Kota has absolutely got to go. It can't stay on the calendar.
Fuck off.
Yeah, we're teasing that. We all agree it's going to stay.
I've been watching a lot of Succession on HBO lately, and that's the Logan Dad favorite word. No, man, Coda's just great, and being there, it has improved since we went, but parking wasn't that terrible. I know the traffic is bad, but just the whole experience being in Texas was just amazing. You definitely should go. Definitely should make it's definitely a weekend to go.
Mexico. Love it. I love the fans. I get you got the ridiculously long straight, which Dan's really not a fan of. I know it's straight corner, straight corner, but it's unique. The fans are incredible there. That whole stadium section, whilst it doesn't lend itself to great racing with the current formula, or maybe never with any formula, it's such a spectacle, and I would honestly say you have to keep it.
Yeah.
See, this is a track where I don't mind the massive straight and the straight because it has enough corners in it. It lends itself to some decent races and some decent opportunity for a bit of outbraking and stuff like that. And obviously, like, I've never been to Mexico, but I would guarantee being in that section, the stadium section, is like a massive party for just like the whole weekend.
It's not a party, mate. It's a fiesta.
I've
never been to Mexico, but I can tell you just the one bit of advice is don't drink the water. Danny's shaking his head like, yeah, no, you're right there.
Montezuma's revenge.
And they always have like big name DJs at the end ceremony and stuff, don't they? Like Tiesto and all
Martin
that lot. So,
Garrix.
yeah. So like they always have like a massive party out there.
You're vying for an invite, are you, Dan?
Mate, it could be. Could be. But I would like to go somewhere closer because I guess Mexico is a like real long ass flight to Mexico. It's got to be in it.
Okay, well, another long ass flight for you, Dan. Brazil stays.
Yeah. Interlagos specifically stays.
Some of the best news Formula One had in recent memory. I'll say recent memory. It's been a good few years since, but the fact that they decided to keep at Interlagos, not build a super speedway, or not go to the new super speedway they were building in Rio. Interlagos is just so classic, historical. It's just, it's got to stay.
Most definitely. And they have been, I think the local authorities have been investing in that track. It did have the new paddock building updated several years back. So, yeah, it's setting itself for a great future.
Yeah, it's one of those tracks from the 70s and 80s that have managed to keep up with demands of F1 and track life and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's definitely one to keep. I reckon, definitely.
You guys seen the old layout for that track?
Oh, it was bonkers.
Yeah.
It was massive. But it didn't get worse when getting reprofiled like Silverstone did.
No, it got better. Senna was behind it. Well, they had asked him. He wasn't the one that did it, but he did give his idea on the opening first couple turns down to the sole straight.
Next up, USA, Las Vegas. Viva Las fuck off.
I think we just let NASCAR stay in Vegas.
Haven't raced there yet. I'm completely against it. It's completely ridiculous. I mean, the concept of watching a race on a Saturday night, I get that might work for TV audiences, qualifying on a Friday night, Saturday night race. Yeah, maybe we can open that up as options for maybe further races out in Australia or races in Asia and racing, at night or right. It's that Pacific. I guess more that Pacific coast, isn't it? But you could definitely get away with it watching a race at 11 o'clock on a Saturday night or whatever it is here. I'm excited by that, but the track itself, I mean, it's just so commercial. It's everything wrong with Formula One.
Exactly.
It goes.
But I think we should at least give it the one race. Like, just give it one.
I'll give it the race.
See if it surprises us. But again, it's the same as the Miami one, isn't it? It's just like a fake racetrack to me. And it's not even a good racetrack. It just looks like a fucking giant circle where they put 2-3 corners in. It's just, I don't get it. But we'll give it a race and see how it goes.
Well, I'm in the no pile. You're in the yes pile. Danny, were you the yes or no pile?
I'm on the yes, but for one race.
Vegas stays reluctantly.
That's it. But if it's shit, it can fuck off with the rest of it, can't it? It can
exactly.
Just go. And we'll just put another decent race in on that one.
Brands Hatch.
All right. Finally, Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi don't.
Wait, have you been practicing these shit dad puns in the shower, or do they just come that naturally?
They come naturally. But Abu Dhabi, no, get rid of. I hate it. It's look at me. I mean, it's like look, I made this track, and so we've reprofiled it. Okay, cool. So was it Kimi Räikkönen said the first few corners are good, but the rest is shit. So they've reprofiled four of the other corners. So the first few corners are good. And there's a couple of extra good ones, but the rest of it is still shit.
Yeah, agreed. Shit.
I've been up a long time, so excuse me. But is it a night race or is it a day?
Yeah, it's a day-night race, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dawn race.
But we have had
Dusk.
some good races at Abu Dhabi. Like, they haven't been terrible.
What do you mean? Every race there's been a fucking bore fest.
Which is the last good one? The last good Abu Dhabi.
I'll save that for the next podcast.
There is none. 2021
let
because of a human error, maybe, but no.
I don't know.
Last year's was shit. 2020.
Okay, right.
Was shit.
Right. Okay. Peer pressure. calm down. Okay, it goes. Take
Abu
your
Dhabi's gone.
2009-10 circuit and jog on.
Well, I guess we continue fixing this calendar then. So first of all, season opener. Does it stay as Bahrain or does it go back to Australia?
Australia.
Australia? Yeah. Season ender. Abu Dhabi's gone. So does it end up in Vegas? Or do you give it back to Brazil?
Brazil or Spa?
You ain't going to do Spa in November.
Yeah,
Because I'm going to ask you this questions.
It wasn't through weather, but through the weather.
So Saudi Arabia's gone. So you ain't going to race, and you're starting the season in Australia. So do you add a race in Australia to replace Saudi Arabia? A race in Asia? Do you somehow find somewhere in the Middle East that you like?
How
What do you
far
do?
is Asia from Australia? I know it doesn't make a fucking difference with F1.
It's on your way back. It's on your way back. Imagine you're flying to Europe from Australia. It's on your way back.
So you could do
Just a quick ride.
two Asia races and then back through Europe and then on through to like Spain.
You
and
hit the
places
Middle
like
East
that.
on the way through, yeah. So you go
Yeah.
Australia, Asia. What race in Asia? What track?
Sepang.
Sepang?
Yeah.
Sepang. So
It makes sense logistically as well.
So we've got Australia, Sepang, Bahrain, replacing Azerbaijan. Well, that's an easy call, isn't it? It's Turkey.
Yeah, but
Istanbul Park.
has Turkey delivered since its return?
Yes. I mean, you had last time Turkey, the Minister of Defence race, where Checo was just absolutely phenomenal. Before that, you had, of course, the crazy, it's like driving an ice race. But before that, it still delivered good races, and it's a fantastic track.
Yeah.
Replacing Miami, anywhere in the world because it's in May.
The one that's in all the games. What's it called?
The one that's in all the games.
Gran Turismo, Forza.
If you could see their faces, guys, they just looked at me like I was literally shit in their cornflakes, and that they had no idea what I meant. So
The one that's in all the games.
Right, okay,
You have to be more specific.
Right, the one that's in the games that's like all desert. Seriously, fuck you guys. Just look at me just look at me.
Desert. What are you saying? We replace? Are you saying we replace Miami with the Dakar Rally?
I give up. I'm out.
Laguna Seca.
That's the one. Yes.
Oh. Well, then.
No, Danny, shut up, mate. Right, listen. Reese knew that from the very goddamn beginning.
I did not, mate. I did not. It's only when you said something. It's like it's sat in the middle of the desert, and I was thinking, I know what you're trying to talk about, and I'm trying to think of what it is. But he said in all the games, I'm thinking, it would be Laguna Seca.
Like I was having a stroke on the podcast. Just looked at me.
I think it would be a better track than Laguna Seca in California, which would be Sears Point. The Indy races there.
I'm surprised you didn't say the Glen
In May? I'd rather go to California.
You go California.
I like the grass.
California in May. So you're that's Laguna Seca, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Does Laguna Seca really lend itself to great racing?
Well, we don't know.
No, that's why I give it to Sears Point.
Sears Point.
I forget what they call it now.
It is a good. I do like Sears.
It's had so many different names.
If we can give racing to France, then we can give racing to Laguna Seca. Just saying.
You say that. I would give an outside shout for a race in May. Mayicourt.
That car park?
What one's that?
Mayicourt was where they used to race in France before they went to the Le Mans testing circuit.
The one that gives me a stroke in my eyes.
Yeah, not that one. No, Mayicourt was that the home?
Michael Schumacher won like 9 races there, I think.
Schumacher, that was the four. Was that the four stop race, Mayicourt?
Yeah,
anyway, I'm just saying.
One of them. I know he did that several times, but yeah.
Mayicourt is just one. It's just one I was thinking, maybe. But we're saying. So what we're saying Sears Point
or Road America.
That's a shout.
We haven't mentioned
Road America.
Road America is a really good, straightforward track.
I go Road America.
Yeah.
Fuck the desert.
But then again, it's in May, and you're going to be in Wisconsin in May.
Yeah. Well, maybe we rejig things a little bit. So we say that you're going to go to Road America, but first you go Imola,
Yeah.
Barcelona,
Yeah.
Monaco, Canada, then Wisconsin in June.
Road America.
Road America mid-June.
Oh, it'd be perfect.
Double header between Montreal and
Oh, it'd be perfect.
Road America.
Logistically, it'd be perfect. Weather would be perfect.
Nice.
Yeah.
Then you come back, Austria, Great Britain, Hungary, summer break.
No
Belgium.
Netherlands in
No,
there?
no.
Belgium.
We need to get rid of the summer break.
So what would you shoehorn Netherlands before the summer break?
Yeah.
So Hungary, Netherlands.
Yeah, definitely.
Or would you go Great Britain? No, Great Britain, Netherlands, Hungary.
I would go Great Britain, Hungary, Netherlands. I
Yeah,
know
okay.
it's not different. Logistically, it's different. But if Max continues his dominance, it'll be cool to see the summer break end there in Netherlands during his era.
And you come back to Belgium. Oh no, you do Belgium before the summer break, wouldn't you? Because the weather.
No, Belgium
Oh, you
after.
go Belgium up. So you're going Belgium, Italy, Singapore, Suzuka.
Yeah. Would you bring back China?
Fuck no.
No.
I didn't like China. I didn't like Shanghai. Mind you, if you're going to do it, you are going to find a place where Qatar is on the calendar.
And replace it with Shanghai.
So you boys are saying Shanghai for Qatar.
Yeah.
Cool. You know what? I can get behind that.
Yeah.
Then you've got Kota, Mexico.
Mexico. I think Mexico should stay in its spot in October. End of October for Mexico. United States a week before that or 2 weeks before that.
So you're going Texas, Mexico, Vegas. Now we've got an infield track we've got to fit in before the season finale in Brazil. Now you're in the winter. It's seasonal. It's been updated. I know it's a bit of an odd one, a bit of a trip, but F1's no strange to that. So what about a race in October, November, South Africa?
That's in line with their summer, isn't it?
It is in line with their summer.
Yeah. Oh,
Isn't that going to be like absolutely roasting though?
South Africa's got quite a temperate climate. Yeah, it's not so.
Okay.
It's not
They're not in a tropical zone.
It's not tropical. No, it's not like it's on the equator. I know everyone thinks Africa hot, but you know, if I go, I'll just quickly do a Google.
Checking Google Maps.
Johannesburg, yeah, 'cause it's just north of Johannesburg, isn't it?
They were meant to be on this calendar, weren't they? Anyway, they were meant to be on the 2023 calendar, but they didn't get the financial backing, did they? Is that why it wasn't on the calendar?
All right, you know what? Here we go. Average temperatures in Johannesburg, November, 25 degrees highs, 12 degrees lows. Perfect for F1.
What's that in Fahrenheit?
Basically, the UK, mate.
It means fuck off and learn a proper measuring system.
Fuck your metric system, Danny.
That is the metric system. It's fuck your imperial system, Danny.
That's what I meant, mate. Why have you got to keep calling?
If you want to use the imperial system, then go back to being ruled by an empire.
No,
mate, they are close to that.
Oh yeah.
they are close. Trump's coming back, boys.
Oh,
watch.
Yeah.
Let's not get political.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying he's coming back with 4 impeachments, right? And 2.
I've got 9% battery, bro.
And he's coming back with 2 ankle monitors on him to track his fucking where he is. Yeah, but he's coming back.
He's gonna run the country from Fort Leavenworth in Kansas.
All right. So yeah, good point. Well, yeah. So then we finish the season in Brazil, and that is Formula One Fans UK solving the calendar crisis.
Wait. There's more. It doesn't end. We thought we solved it. We didn't even think about bringing back India, Korea.
No. India, terrible track, fell apart, poorly built. Korea, logistical nightmare. No one can get to the track. Wasn't able to didn't have the infrastructure to deal with the race.
India's track wasn't that bad.
It's fucking falling apart after the second race.
It's falling apart now, but I think that it gets a bad rep because it gets a bad rep because Vettel dominated every race.
No, it only raced there once.
No,
or twice.
3 times. 11, 12, 12. Yeah, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't like it. I thought either way. I think we've got a full calendar there. If you're going to throw in one more race, Danny says we go back to India.
I think it would cost them too much to get it up to standard. To be fair, back at India, but
I think if we're going to do it,
it's a major market.
Race, the European Grand Prix
Bring it back.
Bring back the European Grand Prix, and I'm saying
Oh,
you
yeah.
flex in. You get Brands Hatch up to standard. You get Donington up to standard, and you flex it with those two in the two tracks in Germany. 4-year cycle. You
So
get an
what-
extra race. You get an extra
and then-
race in Germany, and you get a race in Germany every 2 years. You get an extra race in the UK every 2 years, and they flip between them every 4 years for the track, so that spreads out the cost of running it.
Yeah, but is that sustainable for tracks? To have it?
Probably.
The reason I don't give a fuck. I got 9% battery.
I get fuck. Yeah, 9% battery less. So I'm going to say right now, if you enjoyed hearing us talk about these tracks and you want to put them up on your wall, there's no one better who can deliver that for you than our podcast sponsors, Apex Tracks. For all your 3D printed track wall art needs, head to apextracks.com. That's apextraxs.com. Until next time, thank you very much for listening. Cheerio, guys.
See you later, guys.
Peace.